it's Sally, aka Craftin' Gal Sal, and I'm back with another video. It's been quite a while since I've made a video. I think it's been maybe 3 weeks or more. But I'm back, and I just wanted to show you how I put together this cute little happy birthday card. You could use any sentiment, but this one is a happy birthday card that I put together. And this little sticker I got from Dollar Tree in this set. You can see I've already used quite a few of the little birdies, and I think today I'm going to use this one for the card I'm going to make today for you. Anyway, I just found some patterned paper that I really like that kind of goes together, coordinates well. This paper here I've had in my stash for a while, and I love all the colors. I love blue and green and orange, so my eye just automatically goes to something like this. And then I found, so this is really my big bold print, and a lot of times I'll look for a bold print, and then I'll try to find a subtler print that coordinates with one of these colors in here. So I found this background print that I really liked, and I thought it went well with the blue, the kind of bluish green color that's in there. And then I had some scrap, and all of this was scraps too, by the way. I have had some scrap orange laying around that I've been using for other cards, so that's how I made my happy birthday stamp. And I also cut a piece for just the little strip that goes across the back, just to accent and pull out some of the oranges in this paper here. So as you can see, I've already started working on my next card, and this is the base for an A2 card base. I just buy these already folded, pre-cut A2 size card bases that work well for me. And some people cut their own cardstock, and that's fine, and I've done that before myself. Anyway, you see these other scraps I have behind me, behind where I'm working, because after I looked at my card, and this happens to me a lot, after I make my card, I see things that I wish I would have done differently. So on this one, I wish I would have mounted this flowery piece on maybe a solid blue color or something like that. I think it would stand out better against this other pattern background. So I got in my blue folder where I keep all my bluish scraps and pulled these 3 out to see which one I liked the best, and I kind of laid my card on here to see which one looks the best, and I think I've chosen this one right here because it's got blues and greens in it. And I just thought that would look really nice against this flower print. So I'm going to be cutting some paper now. As I said, this one's already cut to size to go down as my background mat. But I'll show you on my cutter so that I don't have to try to remember the dimensions, because I cut this paper all the time. To go on an A2 card base, you're going to want to cut your first layer, or your background mat, to 5 1/4, and you notice I put with my Sharpie, I put an arrow there. So you're going to do 5 1/4, which is your length, and then you're going to cut the width at 4 inches, and that's there. So it just fits very nicely on as your base color for your A2 size card. So anyway, that's already cut, and the strip, the orange strip, I cut at 1/2 inch by 4 inches, or I'm sorry, 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. So it just fits perfectly across the card, or the base. So I have that done. The next thing I'm going to cut is this flowered piece, and I believe I cut it at 2 inches by 4 inches. I like 2-inch strips, so I'm going to look at my paper and decide what part to cut off and what part to leave. So I think I've decided I want to leave as much. There's something sticky on the back of this paper. It's kind of driving me nuts. Anyway, I decided I wanted to leave that pretty blue flower there. So I'm going to cut off at this side and just put it in there at 2 inches and cut that part. And then I want it at 4 inches. So again, I want to leave the flower, so I'm cutting off this extra on that side. So there's 2 inches by 4 inches, and that's going to go on my card kind of wonky like that. I like wonky because I have a hard time doing straight. So if you are like me and have a hard time with straight, then you want to do yours wonky. So now, like I said, I want to put a background, a base behind this one. Excuse me. So since this is 2 inches by 4 inches, I'm going to cut my base 2 1/4 inches by 4 1/4 inches. So figure out what I want to keep. I think what I'm going to do is give myself a nice straight edge on this side first. And so I want 4 1/4 by 2 1/4 to mat that flowered piece on there. All right, so let's see how that goes. That looks nice, and it's going to go on here something like that. I like that. And I always do all my gluing on my background before I put it on my card. And that way, if I mess up, it's not, you know, all is not lost. You can just easily cut some more paper and try again. And one of these glue runners is about out, and I'm not sure which one it is, but just bear with me. Crafting is not an exact science in my book. All right. And then place that on there. Just like that. All right, as you can see, I've already glued this down to my base piece, and now I'm going to stamp my happy birthday sentiment on right onto the orange. So get a lot of ink on that and try to get it as straight as I can. Like I said before, I'm not really that great at straight, but you do what you can. I usually use this Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Sometimes, depending on what I'm stamping, sometimes I find that I do better with this Versacolor pigment ink. So for me, it's just trial and error. Some people have it down to a science, and I don't. So I just, you know, try and we use whatever works. So anyway, there's my happy birthday stamp ready to go. And as you can see, this one that I did, I actually trimmed up a little bit because it's not quite as wide as this orange strip that I'm holding. So I trimmed it up, and I'm going to do the same thing to this. And if you want to, you can get your paper cutter out and cut it to precision. And sometimes I do that, and sometimes I just eyeball it like I'm doing right now. But I wanted to kind of keep it small as I could, because I didn't want it to take up the whole card. I like the little birds, and I want the focus mostly to be on the birds on the card. So that's why I trim it down pretty narrow. So I've got that done, and as you can see, I mounted this on some of this greenish blue paper. So let's see if I have any pieces that are, nope, doesn't look like I do. I do have this dotted one. I could use the dotted one. I think I will. I love it. Okay, so it's not big enough that way. So I'll just do that way. And when I'm working with cardstock, this orange piece is cardstock. When I'm working with cardstock, I usually use my liquid glue to glue the cardstock down. Just, I feel like it holds it a little, you know, it's got a stronger hold on it. So just glue that down. Got a little bit of glue on there, but it's okay because this art glitter glue dries nice and clear. So now I can just snip away the excess. It's not perfect, but it'll work. So that's going to go somewhere around there. I'm going to get my little birdie that I'm going to use on this card. This guy right here. He's so cute. And it does have a little foam, a sticky foam on the back, but just to make sure I put a little more strong holding liquid glue on there. Just dab a few dots, and then I feel like that helps it to be more secure. So I'm going to put him about right there. And then on the back of this, I'm going to raise it up with some foam tape, and I use this double-sided Strong Bond foam tape that I find at my Dollar General store, and we have one here in my little hometown that we just got. It's the first store really that we've ever had, and it's the only store we have now, but we all call it the mall. So it's the Williamstown Mall, and everybody goes there. My mom and dad love that place. So it's fun and it's convenient, and they have this wonderful foam tape, so I'm happy about it. Every time I go in there, I look and see how much they have, and usually pick up 1 or 2 rolls. I don't completely clean them out, but it's close. So again, I put this on there in a lopsided fashion, and that way I don't have to worry about being too straight, and I might go this direction this time. So now my little bird pops off, my happy birthday sentiment pops off. I'm happy with the dark blue background that I put behind the flowered print. I really like that. And then one more thing I'm going to do to this card is add some glitter to the happy birthday sentiment. And this is a Jelly Roll glitter pen. And it's a gel pen, but it's clear with glitter, so you're not adding any color to your card when you use it. And I'm just going to go over top the letters so that they stand out and are glittery. And just like that, just adds a little more something special, a little sparkle to the card. And I mean, you can add all kinds of other decorations to this card if you'd like. You could add some pretty gems to it, do some fake stitching around some of the places with the marker or gel pen, but I kind of like it this way. It's sometimes nice to keep things a little more on the simple side. So now I'm getting ready. I'm ready with this to put it on my card base, and then we have another happy birthday card ready to go. So I'm going to glue that down, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it will inspire you to make some of your own cards to give away to family and friends. I love it. This is like my favorite hobby that I've found. I've tried all kinds of different crafty hobbies, but this one I really stuck to, and I really love doing it. So anyway, I hope that you're enjoying the beginning of summer. It's early June, and I'm real thrilled because I'm on my summer break from school. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel, and you will get notified whenever I put up a new video. And I hope this inspires you to make some of your own cards. Until the next time, happy crafting. Goodbye.